Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I am Brad Reed. I am joined by Cameo. And, say a little something for the listeners.
Little something for the listeners.
Not everybody watches the videos. That's all.
Oh, okay.
You know, you're leaving them out, Cameo.
Hello, watchers and listeners. How are you doing?
Ooh.
And we're joined by our third nerd, Buck Berlin.
Hello, I'm the thirdest.
The thirdest nerdist. Oh, wait, we can't say nerdist anymore, right? Oh. Isn't that a bad word after? Anyway, we're here at New World Comics. We record the show live here every week, just south of 63rd and Meridian in Oklahoma City. Buck, I got a question. I think I've asked you this before.
Yes.
But what is, and I don't even mean money value, but what's the most valuable comic you own?
Fantastic Four #1.
Number one.
Yeah.
2018 or
1961.
Now, is that one that you would keep like in plastic and never take out?
I mean, I'm one of those guys that will take out my comic and read it and enjoy it always.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, you've asked a question that has a really long story. But,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's worth quite a bit, but also it means quite a bit.
And is that the one that you had to sell to finance the wedding?
Yeah.
And then your wife bought it back for you?
The guy I sold it to
Gave it back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brad
what a
Cage
nice
gave it
guy.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
And your wife is amazing too.
I agree.
You didn't we've had her on for New World Comics, which is y'all's podcast, and she is smart. You ever feel intimidated?
We've established that she's smarter than me, but I'm more clever.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So if they needed to build a bridge, she could do that. If they needed to name it, you're the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
All right. So let me ask you this. In the shop, do you have I know you have everything that's new and you have trade paperbacks, all this stuff. But if you wanted to find some old vintage books here.
We have constantly rotating stock.
Mm-hmm.
Anymore, nothing really stands for more than a month.
Right.
And it just all kind of cycles out. So.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this too. What's the most valuable toy you own?
I call it New World Comics and Games.
Fair enough. But do you outside of the store, do you collect a lot of toys too?
I do. I have a ton of action figures.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's your favorite? Besides the Thing.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, well, there's that. Man, that's a tough call.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I have a series of Godzillas in the house where I got the wife to agree that we needed to do the whole house in subtle nerdity.
Right.
Like every room, every closet, every hallway, every anything that you could classify as a room has a Godzilla figure somewhere in it to where it looks like we need to spray for Godzillas. Mm. In the kitchen there's a bigger one up on top of a shelf, and in the laundry room there's one in the cabinet. In the bathroom there's one behind the door. When you close the door, it's right there in the corner. So yeah, all throughout the house there's little stuff like that to be found.
You have peeping Tom Godzillas.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, and I mean, if ever, you've seen what we have in the restroom.
Yeah.
We have the Watcher up top, and then we have Mirror Master on the mirror.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can get toys, you can get comic books here. The only thing you can't get here is Cameo's opinion on good stuff. Because he has nothing. He has nothing prepared for today.
What?
You don't. We got comic books, me and Buck. We got stacks over here. What do you got?
Well, I mean,
Nothing. All right, so
I got this.
There you go.
oh, which we will later on during Buck, we will give you our picks for what's new this week, and I don't know, one of them I don't think this is new, but I can't wait to talk about it.
It's a couple weeks old, but yeah.
Yeah. So New World Comics, also the New World Comic podcast. You should check all that out. It's available same place
And so much more entertaining, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you don't have to look at Brad.
I mean, you casually kind of sometimes do.
I mean, we have to. Me and Buck have to hold the show.
How many have you been on the New World?
Well, I'm just waiting for Buck to ask me.
None.
Hey, Cameo, you want to be on?
Yeah.
Cool, totally.
Crap.
Booyah. Booyah.
Superhero School. When is the next one? What date?
October 13th, we're going to have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh, so you've heard us talking about how awesome that was at New World Comic Con. Now they get to see it in Superhero School form.
Yes.
That's
High
awesome.
3.
Oh, yeah,
No?
I like that.
No, high 3? Okay, well.
Hey, and also when you're making your weekend plans, plan to go hang out with our friends at Paint and Cheers. That's the place where you can paint and be merry. Reserve your seats right now at paintandcheers.com. They're in the Plaza District. 2 p.m. on Saturdays, you can enjoy bottomless sangria. 2 p.m. on Sundays, they have bottomless mimosas. And every Thursday, it's Thirsty Thursday with $2 Boda Box wine, which soon... I think it's going to happen this month. We're going to do a nerd night on there on a Thursday night. So
sweet.
We'll have to. Normally we do these earlier in the week, but yeah. So we do usually we do it like Wednesdays here. So this one will be a Thursday. So come and join us. That's the point of
Can't
all
wait
this.
for that.
You want to come join us, but you don't even have to be artistic to feel like an artist in the Paint and Cheer studio. They do date night, ladies night, large parties. Everyone is welcome, so reserve your seat right now at paintandcheers.com. Cameo, you ready to kick this off?
Let's do the dang thing. What's my name? What's my name?
This isn't a rap video.
Oh, okay.
It is now.
It is now. Get up and do your.
I'm saying
you haven't done the
scissor.
Wow.
the typewriter. You haven't done the.
This isn't that kind of show, guys. Though you're on the internet, search elsewhere, I suppose. Then come right back.
So give us a little typewriter, Cameo.
I'm good. I'm done with that.
Cameo.
I'm done with that.
Cameo.
No, come on, man. You're on the
You
spot.
got
You have
to.
to.
All right, here we go.
You got to. Yeah.
I'll do it with the headset on.
Here we go.
Because I'm G like that.
Oh, yeah. I like how it's mostly behind Buck.
Yeah.
Is that a fat joke? It has to be.
All right. So, Nerds to Men, we are so happy to be here this week. We do have a few things we're going to talk about, but just to let you know right now, if you haven't seen all of Iron Fist, we're going to get to that in a little bit, and that will be spoilerific. So I'm just going to warn everybody right now, okay? But we're going to kick it off today as a nerd update. So we're going to talk about Spider-Man. Cameo has been noticing there's been some Far From Home stuff being released. Tell me about that, Cameo.
Oh, man, it is nuts. Like, I'm getting excited for it. First off, we see a black suit. If you haven't seen the leaked footage, go to our Facebook page, Nerds to Men, or our Instagram at the Nerds, the number 2 Men, and check it out. It's pretty cool looking. You don't get to see much, but you do get to see Mysterio kneeling down, and then you see another person in all black, and that is Spider-Man. And not sure if that's supposed to be his stealth suit or what, but yeah, I'm not sure what that looks like, but
yeah, it could just be pre-CGI.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah,
but I will say that I do kind of like the digs that I was about to say Jared Leto. Wow, Jake Gyllenhaal has on for Mysterio. It looks pretty cool.
So he is official, like he is Mysterio.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
I've been hearing all this stuff that he might be Batman, and so I was like, well, can he be
can
Mysterio?
be both.
Yeah, he can. Like another, Spider-Man kind of character, Morbius, Jared Leto. He's also the Joker.
I mean,
maybe
we got Ryan Reynolds as the Green Lantern in Deadpool.
Yeah, but not really. Like,
okay, I see what you're saying.
At the same time necessarily. But I mean, who cares if they're in
well,
both?
I mean, we'll look at Lawrence Fishburne. He was what's his name? Perry White, and now he's Goliath.
Yeah.
So
Bill Foster,
in the Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Which
is out today, by the way.
Oh, really?
On digital download.
Oh,
man,
I still buy a.
I do too, but I like to buy it before everybody else.
I'm just saying, if they change one of those agreements, you don't own that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they could do that.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, you're licensing it from them.
Well, the way
do I get my money back?
Nope.
The way music and movies is going, you'll never really own anything ever again.
I mean, I own the heck out of my DVDs.
Yeah, yeah, but
until I steal
in the
them.
future, in the future,
no, but
you'll own nothing.
But back to Far From Home, there's been a lot of stuff that's being leaked, and like I said, go check out the little leaked footage that I have on there. It's pretty dope. Also, I heard, I don't know how true this is, but Vulture's going to be in it again. Matt Gargan, a.k.a. Scorpion. Chameleon is supposedly supposed to be in there, and maybe Hydro.
So
I don't know.
Could you really even tell if Chameleon was in it? Because, I'll be over here.
I see what you did there.
He's played by Brad Pitt in this movie. Another Spider-Man verse movie that actually comes out this week, Venom. Now, none of us have seen it.
No, not yet.
But I'm hearing that it's not so good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It's one of those things where when people start saying it's going to be terrible, that's when I'm like, oh, well, it's probably going to be awesome. But I don't know. This one, people are expecting this one to not be good for some reason.
See, I've kind of said that for a while, and one of my lackeys today, I was talking to him about it, and I said, "Hey, watch the trailer for Upgrade." Mm-hmm. So I watched the trailer for it. It was like, "Oh, this is the same movie."
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Yeah,
So I saw Upgrade, and plus the guy from Upgrade looks like Tom Hardy.
He really does.
Because when I first saw that, I was like, "Oh, it's a Tom Hardy movie. I love it."
Yeah,
But,
my favorite review that I've seen so far is that it's unintentionally funny.
ooh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Do you think I know that I've heard that they cut a lot of it out. Like I even heard that they cut, and this is unsubstantiated. It's just stuff I kind of saw in passing. But like Tom Hardy's favorite parts of the movie got cut out. I don't know, because I mean, how much do you think Tom Hardy was involved in watching everything before and after they cut it? You know what I'm saying?
Probably not. So,
yeah. So I'm kind of dubious about that, but
I mean, he probably saw it. Like he probably saw, a rough cut of it.
Yeah.
So.
right. Another thing I kind of wanted to bring up real quick was they're going to release Deadpool 2 later on this year in theaters again as a PG-13. Huh. Now, some people are like, oh, you know what? We don't like that because they feel like what they're going to end up doing is saying something to the effect of, well, look how good it did in the PG-13 version because all these kids got to go now, yada, yada, yada. So from now on, we'll just do a PG-13 version.
No, because you're double dipping. Mm-hmm. Why not?
I will watch it again, and I will probably take my nephews to see it if it's PG-13,
Yeah.
So I think that's a good idea, actually, because it's about addition, not subtraction.
I mean, that's what they did with Anchorman 2. They did like the PG, and then they did a rated R version.
Did they? I don't know why anyone would want to see Anchorman 2 without it being rated R.
Who knows?
San Diego.
Does that mean something?
What does that mean, Cameo? The PG-13 version.
Oh, I can't remember.
Will's
beanie. Speaking of all that, if y'all get to watch Die Hard or Mallrats, the TV edits, they're amazing.
I've never seen that.
I've
only seen the regular version.
Almost all of Jason Mewes' lines are overdubbed by a guy who sounds like me.
Yeah.
Sounds nothing like him at all.
I think I love the Boys in the Hood dubbed version where it's like mother lover the whole time.
Yeah.
Or mother father. Stupid.
Who does that? Like, just bleep it out. Just like silence it and then call it good.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh man,
I've seen that one with an overdubbed, and it's so good, so good. But so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much okay with Deadpool 2
with the
PG-13, but I feel like they could do that every time if they wanted to. Do a rated R, do a PG-13, or even a PG. I don't know. You might have to cut a lot to get it down to PG.
It's just him waving at the screen.
Right.
Of course, what's PG-13 nowadays, back when I was little, would have been rated R. PG would be PG-13.
I don't know. There's a lot more stuff that they kind of get away with now, too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's what I mean. Like Ready Player One, I watched that the other day for the first time. And it was PG-13, I'm pretty sure, but there was I think there was like an F-bomb in that.
Yeah.
Because as long as they're not using it as in reference to the sexual act, if it's just kind of like an off the cuff, then you can get away with it in a PG-13.
I think, like with the F-bomb, you can say it one time at PG-13.
Yeah.
Movies.
But as long as it's not in reference to a certain act. But that would have been rated R when I was a little kid. At least in my nanny's eyes. My grandma would have been like, you're watching the Christian conservative overdub version. But anyhow, so I'm for it. I think it'll be good. Dark Phoenix trailer. Have you seen it?
Wait, real quick. Back with the Deadpool. You know, it would be funny what they would do. Like, okay, so they're going to do a PG-13. Mm-hmm. Like what Buck said, he'll just wave at the camera. and then credits.
Yeah.
But then go into like the actual movie. I think that'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
But yeah, Dark Phoenix, man, I'm kind of intrigued by it.
Yeah, I saw the costumes. I loved that.
That was pretty legit.
That's what I've been wanting, was actual costumes.
We'll get real costumes in the Marvel ones, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that'll be so dope.
This one, it looks like a like 80s breakdancing crew. Like we're the X-Men.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen the Wes Anderson X-Men trailer?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is so good. Go Google it because it's so funny. Like, I had to do a paper on Wes Anderson in my film class last year, so I had to watch all of his movies and find like how he ties in all his themes and everything from just like the themes of the father or not, bad fathers, and then just different ways he films and everything. But they captured it really nice in this video. It looks kind of like Meet the Tenenbaums.
Royal Tenenbaums.
Meet the Royal Tenenbaums.
Well, I mean, wasn't what's his face in it? That was in Meet the Parents.
Yeah. Ben Stiller.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's funny. Look that up. Okay, so Dark Phoenix, though, are you a little more excited now than you were, or same?
No, I'm just intrigued.
I feel like I don't know. It's like this whole thing of every other week, this movie's happening, this movie isn't happening.
Well, and like within 3 days of releasing the trailer, doing hey guys, come and see it February 14th. It's going to be amazing. Oh, sorry, wait, no, July.
Yeah,
see it in July, we think.
yeah. And New Mutants again is on, I guess.
Is it?
And it may be rated R. And then
Oh wait, I gotta say, so Dark Phoenix, I saw a picture of somebody saying about Sophie Turner, who plays Jean Grey, said, well, I hope her superpower is learning how to act.
Oh.
I was like, dang, that's horrible.
That's funny. What's funny? When Game of Thrones, I hated her character for the first few years.
Yeah.
Like, she was such a, I want to be married to the worst guy ever. I don't care. I want to be the queen. And then, but now I actually don't mind her. So, but that is funny.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny. But I did want to talk about Gambit real quick, because that's another one that on again, off again. Now it's on again. And it sounds horrible. They want to make it a romantic comedy.
Wait, are you saying that a Gambit movie sounds horrible?
Shut up, Buck. Are you saying Godzilla's horrible?
No.
Wait, which one?
All of them. Ooh. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to get you where it hurts.
I'm just saying. No, I don't know why they're announcing all these Fox things that are going to happen. That Disney's not going to go with all this. Like, they're going to do the... I'm sorry. Just because mom said yes doesn't mean that dad says yes too. Like,
right.
Yeah.
So you don't think these will actually happen?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, like, Dark Phoenix, I think is going to come out. I think that we're more than likely going to see New Mutants show up.
Because I think they've got a lot of it done.
Yeah. They had it done.
Yeah.
They screened it and they were like, it's awful. So they completely rewrote it. Well, not completely, but they rewrote it, added a character, and now they're doing the reshoots and all that other stuff. So I could see it being like the first big movie premiere on whatever streaming service they're gonna premiere.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Now, if Gambit's going to be a romantic comedy, I'm down. That's fine. Get rid of it. Let Marvel do whatever they're going to do with it. Jerry Bennett, though, he commented and said, if taking into fact because I'm guessing it's a Gambit Rogue kind of,
One would assume, but
Or Gambit, any other female.
yeah,
true. But I mean, yes, that kind of makes sense. But I mean, Deadpool was a romantic comedy, wasn't it?
yeah, but that's different.
Yeah.
We all like Deadpool.
Right.
Shut up, Buck. But I don't want to see a romantic comedy Gambit.
Well, neither do I.
What about you, Cameo?
I don't want to see Gambit at all.
All right.
Yeah.
That was Nerds to Men for this week. Next week, I'll be back with all new hosts.
I had a good run.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was our nerd update. Now we're going to talk. So if you haven't seen all of Iron Fist on Netflix,
Which
I don't know what's wrong with you.
You should have.
Did I say Iron Man or Iron Fist?
Oh,
Iron Fist.
you forgot something. The Spider-Verse cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That does come out in December, right?
Yeah, but the new trailer dropped today.
Oh, there's a new trailer. I didn't see that.
Oh, well, hey, look at that. Guess what I'm taking over? Oh, man. So you get your first peek of John Mulaney as Spider-Ham.
What?
Yeah.
Spider-Ham is in it? That's dope.
Oh, and Nicolas Cage as
Spider-Noir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. I have the Spider-Noir suit, and I just unlocked, but I can't afford the punk rock Spider-Man suit in the game.
Man, I don't like the punk rock, man. I just don't. I don't.
But back to this, I heard that it was basically the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man for this movie.
Oh, well, I could kind of see maybe possibly where they're coming from that, but now he still seems, like a better Spider-Man.
Yeah.
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 So this one it is coming out in theaters, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a December release, like around Christmas.
I like that because again, my nephews, one of them loves Deadpool, which is it's going to be hard as heck to get him to see it, which is so weird because I was like, how do you even know about Deadpool? But it's those little games on their phones and stuff,
right?
And
then all the adults that talk about it,
yeah. And then of course, that's Ricky and Joshua Gage. He's huge into Spider-Man, and also he loves Venom. Like that's when he was a little, he would do Taekwondo, and I was like, "All right, your nickname is Venom, and you're going to go out there and win." And so he'd get out there, and he was crazy. He was a crazy man.
Did he lose or win?
No, he won.
Okay, cool.
He was a little badass, but
I didn't want to hear hey, you were Venom, you're going to win.
Yeah.
And then he comes back losing.
No, he did really good. Yeah,
that's what's up.
And so that's his nickname, Venom.
He didn't talk about the other nephews that he had that didn't win. He's a terrible uncle.
They got shipped out.
Yeah, they're now
losers.
out of the family.
But so like I'm really excited to be able to take him to go see this cartoon.
Yeah,
so that's exciting. So trailers for Dark Phoenix, if you haven't seen them, check that out.
Yep.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Or spend your well-earned time on the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. All right, Iron Fist. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh man,
everybody in the shop got their headphones on.
Oh yeah, he's ready.
Because that's the thing about doing it up at the shop. I mean, we don't do it. We don't close the set.
Yeah,
we got all kinds of people that are in here, that are working here, our customers, and so we have to kind of be careful. But I think we're good now.
I think we're clear.
Yeah. All right. So I want to say this.
Colin Wing.
When we first did it, Colin Wing. We did episodes 1 through 3. Okay, and we talked about that a few weeks ago. So if you've just seen those, go check that out. But the 4th episode, man, that one was amazing because Misty Knight kicks a lot of butt in it. Colleen Wing, who's the bad guy again? Davos. Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah,
and I just from what was it 4 to 10? There was 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
I thought that there wasn't a lot of filler in it. I thought it was really good. The story moved, and so spoiler alert. I loved, and I was like, this isn't going to happen. This isn't going to happen. But I loved Colleen Wing being Iron Fist.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
I was shocked, yeah.
Yeah, and I was talking to Buck when we did the review of the first 3 episodes. I didn't realize that you can transfer your Iron Fist powers to inanimate objects.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, because all it is focusing your chi into your hand.
That didn't work too good for Starbrand, though.
Well, I'm just saying.
Deep reference right there.
Oh, okay.
He took out a whole Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
When he
wasn't focusing his chi. He never heart punched a dragon. So.
But back to a comic book character that probably more people have heard of, Iron Fist. Okay, so I had a question because it was something that I didn't really catch. How did Danny Rand? Because so at the end, if you've seen all of this, he transfers his powers to Colleen.
Yeah.
Then he's off in where did he go? China,
Tibet.
Yeah.
Tibet.
Yeah.
So
so he's there, and all of a sudden he's got his powers back.
And you're not supposed to know what's going on because everything that's happening in that month. You don't necessarily know.
Oh, so it was kind of a mystery.
Yeah, it's tune in next season and you'll find out more about.
But he had 2 again.
Right.
No,
well, and
not again. He had 2.
Right.
Davos.
But that's the thing is the Iron Fist that Davos, got, the Orson Randall. Mm-hmm. That's in the comic books where he taught Danny like, oh hey, there are Iron Fists before you, and here's what they did, and like here's them like showing that they could focus their chi into stuff. Orson Randall showed him that you could focus your chi into the bullets of your guns. Mm-hmm. So that was a neat little nod. And then like when they for that last scene when they showed that, it was oh man, look at that, bringing it full circle.
That was pretty dope though, because I kind of felt like I was watching Wanted.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was like, oh snap.
Oh, I forgot about Wanted and the curving bullets.
Yes.
I thought the fight scenes were so much better in this season.
Yeah, so much better.
I thought that the story was just great. I really liked the way it moved. And like I say, it wasn't even so much about Danny Rand this time. There was a lot of great storylines going on. I tell you what, if I don't get a Colleen Wing, Misty Knight, just their own season spinoff,
dude, it'd be kind of cool if you got
be mad.
Them two and Typhoid Mary.
Yes, that'd be
cool.
I would watch that
kind
season.
of like like a Birds of Prey Marvel.
I have
version.
a feeling that she'll be showing up in Daredevil because traditionally she's a Daredevil villain.
Right.
So,
which comes out
October 19th.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 3 more weeks.
So, that was the one thing that I was thinking, oh, man, no Luke Cage, no. But they've got so many great characters to work with now.
Right. And I could see after, Daredevil and Jessica Jones, if they're doing that again.
Please don't.
That I could see them eventually doing the, Power Man, Iron Fist, Daughters of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I feel like they would do Power Man and Iron Fist in 2020.
Yeah.
I think they would do that then, just because I feel like if they do another Luke Cage between now and 2019, I think Iron Fist is going to come to Luke Cage and go, hey,
you're sure. Well, because we have to see the downfall of Luke Cage from where he's at.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So,
like it'll be like halfway through, and then that halfway mark is going to be them, fighting or whatever the case may be.
Right.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be dope.
I thought Iron Fist, actually, I like his surrounding cast of characters with Colleen and Misty and all that better than some of the other shows. I really do. I think that I don't know if, because you said she's not the Iron Fist in the comics or anything, right?
Not at all.
So you think that they were just like, hey, we have an amazing actress here who, a lot of charisma on the screen. People tend to like her. Let's just build her up some more since, that's a good idea. I like how they were, not afraid to expand that.
Yeah, they didn't,
because she was great.
Yeah, they didn't
Misty Knight, awesome.
Kill her off like they did in Star Wars. So
you were telling me that because
in Force Awakens she was one of the X-wing pilots.
Right, right. Force Awakens, and she was also one of the 3 daughters in Game of Thrones. So but I think this is probably her breakout role.
Yeah.
But she was amazing. Colleen Wing was my favorite thing about the whole season. So, and Danny Rand's what's his name?
Finn Jones.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better, I think.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, most people didn't know that like he had no training and like no preparation for the first season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they were like, oh hey, it's time to film. Let's go.
Right. And I enjoyed Ward and his sister
Joy.
Yeah, I enjoyed their storyline. This was a way better season.
It was,
and like you said, it was like no filler episodes, and I feel like if they did it like a 13 episode season, then I think there would have been some fillers.
Totally.
I totally agree with that.
I like how each episode was a beginning, middle, end. And, there was some that was like, oh, I'm gonna lead into it, but I mean, it was all fast paced. And it's just enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like we've been saying, the fight scenes were 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has embodied Danny Rand now.
Yes, very much so.
So Misty Knight and Colleen,
yes,
they're gonna get together.
No.
As crime fighting partners. Wait, what are you implying?
As lovers.
No.
As crime-fighting partners. Wait, what are you?
She's breaking up with Danny. That's all I'm saying.
But I want Misty to get with Luke. That's what I want.
You want them to have some coffee.
Did.
Yeah.
Well, I want them to have
more coffee.
More coffee.
A Keurig that makes them coffee every morning.
Exactly.
Better than being with Audibody.
Yes.
That's what Cameo said about that poor
Rosario Dawson is shaped like this comic book.
Stop.
Like if you look at her, she's like this. Just like a 2x4.
I love her.
I think you're not turning on the television.
I mean, I'm telling you, like this. Look at it. Go look.
I don't know.
Just saying.
Hey, make plans to go hang out with me. All right. But seriously, go hang out with our friend Adam at Paint and Cheers. They're in the Plaza District, OKC's newest and brightest arts district. They're perfect for date night, ladies' night, large parties. Paint and Cheers was voted by the Oklahoma Gazette as the best place for a grown-ups party. So reserve your seats right now at paintandcheers.com. You don't even have to color in the lines. Adam's going to show you how to find your creative, artistic side while you paint, drink, get your drink on, and be merry. Have as much fun as humanly possible at Paint and Cheers. Reserve your seats right now at paintandcheers.com. Guess what it's time for? Oh, Buck yeah! Oh, Buck yeah!
Yeah.
We need a graphic where Buck busts through like this wall behind us. Is like, oh, Buck, yeah.
I have wanted to be Kool-Aid Man most of my life.
You know what? We need to get a video of him doing that out of the telephone or the police box.
We'll get Whitney. She can make that happen.
Yeah. Later I'll show you all a Josh Flowers clip that's pretty amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who Josh Flowers was on one of the New World Comics podcasts. So if you haven't checked those out, really, because we do every week, we talk about some of the new comics here on Oh Buck Yeah, and maybe some of our recommendations. But if you want to deep dive into some of y'all's favorites and the shop stories and all that, New World Comics Podcast is the place to go. And you can find that like all the same places you find the Nerds to Men. So let's get to it. Do you want to start with you or me or Cameo, or how we want to do that?
I don't know. How do you all want to do it?
Well, I'll go first because I'm in charge here.
Oh, you are?
Huh.
I always thought I was. Actually, I was just kind of...
Anyways.
Man, it just got so much better.
I quit. Okay, so I was perusing the shelves over there, just kind of looking around, and I found something I wanted to point out because we haven't talked about this. But this is I grew up loving Dick Tracy.
Yeah,
I would read it all the time, like in the newspaper, because that's what we got out in the country. And I always wanted
that watch,
an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
And it's so cool that we finally got one of those at least. We don't have flying cars and stuff, which I'm not so sure
I mean, we don't have
cars.
that. We don't get to,
Yet.
like, FaceTime
Yet.
on the watches yet.
I mean,
I'm saying it's coming.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
you can talk to people and stuff through the phone, the watch still, but yeah. I mean, it's still pretty dope that we have that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, growing up, that was so futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Dick Tracy, issue 1.
Yeah. And
so when did they redo this?
About 2 weeks ago, and it's Mike Allred writing it, and he's the one who wrote the Silver Surfer series.
Mm-hmm.
Did the art for the Silver Surfer series and co-wrote it. That I've just been raving about. So,
right.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It takes everything that's great about Dick Tracy and just kind of shares the love of that.
Have you seen the movie recently?
Not recently.
I'm worried that it's because I haven't seen it since probably junior high, but I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah,
I had all the toys, and I'm worried that it's one of those movies I'll go back and watch and be like, oh, that wasn't so good. But I want to go back and rewatch it. Anyway, back to comics.
Yes.
This is one that comes out this week, and you said there's going to be a new one every week in October. This is Tales from Vader's Castle.
It's a Star Wars horror series.
Which is available starting this week. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. So all the way up to October 31st.
Yep.
Now I haven't read that yet, but those Star Wars books are awesome, for one. And for two, anytime you tell me horror comic, I'm like, I'm in. So these look amazing. Have you got to peek through one yet?
I'm peeking through one right now.
So it kind of looks like
Are these the
Rebels?
Yeah,
Star Wars Rebels. Is that? Ooh, was that spoilerish? Too spoilerish?
No, I mean, what with them on the cover?
Oh, were they on the cover?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how much I was paying attention to the cover. Is it spoilerish if they're on the cover?
Oh my God, the cover says.
So Star Wars Adventures: Tales from Vader's Castle, a ghost story.
Ooh.
So you can pick that up this week.
What's cool about the Star Wars Adventures comics? They're all like kid friendly, but they're done with like some of them are like super kid level, but some of them are like written on the adult level with kids in mind.
Right.
So like everyone can.
So you're not going to see like Darth Vader's wang on this one.
No. I mean,
You will see his lightsaber though.
Ooh.
Well, no.
You're not gonna.
I'm gonna get phone calls about that. Hey, do you have that first issue of Star Wars where you get to see Darth Vader's lightsaber?
As a matter of fact, we do.
Yeah.
Come on down.
We have several of them.
All right, Cameo. I know this is called Buck, yeah, but we'll get the Cameo, or we'll get the Buck in a second.
The Superior Octopus.
Now you went and found this yourself to talk about.
Yes,
right?
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
Awesome.
I found it in
I'm
this-
glad nobody
in this-
does your homework for you.
This pack. This pile right here.
Awesome.
Yes. If you don't know who the Superior Octopus is, it's obviously Otto Octavius. If you were up on the, I guess what's like series was it?
It was Secret Empire.
Okay.
Where there was the Superior Spider-Man,
Right.
where he first took over Peter Parker's body and made the world think that he was Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Right.
But then Peter Parker kind of evicted.
Yeah. Like it had some like whole like mind battle type deal inside the brain. Right.
Yeah.
It was just cool. And there's like a Clone Wars that happened with because it was Kane, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kane, he became the Jackal, and it was actually Peter Parker's clone, and he basically cloned Otto Octavius's body, put Otto back into it. Right once,
but there was like a Ben Reilly twist to it.
Yeah. But anyways, he has a new body now
and spider powers.
Oh, he has the spider powers. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so he's spider powers plus Otto Octavius's.
Okay, I didn't realize that he got the spider powers.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, learn something new every day.
Yep.
Couple questions.
Yeah.
So this isn't the Spider-Geddon series.
This leads into this is going to be part of it. Yeah.
So this is Edge of Spider-Geddon.
Yeah.
Okay. So are the Spider-Geddons coming out every week?
Just about. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Last week there were 2, and then it's about to kick off, and it looks awesome.
Another one. Oh, go ahead.
So this one I picked up, just thinking, all right, well let's see what they're doing this time, and I was 3 pages in and was like, I'm talking about this on the show. This is great because it starts off him stopping villains from doing villainous things. He's like, hey, you guys are going to work for me. You're going to inform me of all the bad goings on in the city now. I'll pay you more than whatever you could steal. And then he rushes off, and the bad guys are like, "Are we good guys now?" Or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. So then he shows up to Horizon Industries and takes off his mask, and he has a new secret identity. And that's why he's wearing the mask and all that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's great.
Did he, get that good bone in his body after he saved Aunt May?
Yeah.
In the last series?
Yeah, he kind of liked being, superior Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
He liked being better, but he doesn't want to be like Spider-Man's level. He wants to be kind of like his own thing.
Uh-huh.
And it's awesome. It's a fresh take on the whole superhero game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to read this.
Well, you can't read it right now because you haven't paid for it.
Oh.
Boom, 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 boom.
That is not encouraged at New World Comics. Just ask Metalhead. All
and
right.
he said to him,
Untold to him from Otto Octavius.
Well, we were Buck. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
Oh, that's fine.
Actually, the segment's named after you. It's Buck, yeah.
All right. Well, so this week I've chosen the third series of Umbrella Academy. It's written by Gerard Way, and it has the series that's coming out on Netflix. So whether or not any of whatever happens in this will be featured on it, who knows?
So Gerard Way, My Chemical Romance was his band.
Which I'm not a big fan of the music, but man, he's one heck of a writer.
Is he?
Oh man.
Because this isn't. You said he's written a few. Like, has he written the Umbrella Academy? Is his? Okay.
Yeah. This is the third series that he's done.
You know what's funny? There's like some business in Oklahoma City that's like the Umbrella Academy Oklahoma or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. It's interesting. But anyway, go ahead.
It's not an umbrella corporation, is it?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got it mixed up.
That's a whole different.
Yeah, you're right. It's corporation.
Okay.
Ooh, Black Hammer. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm big into the Black Hammer series. So, but back to this. How many? So this is the third series.
Yeah, this is the third series. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I haven't read it yet, but it's something that everyone should be made aware of, and go out and check out the first two series.
Cameo, how many times have you sat down to dinner for like a cockroach?
Never. Never.
I grew up poor, so that happened all the time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm sorry, bro.
but yeah. So check out Umbrella Academy.
Sweet.
Also this week, What If kicks back off. There's a What If X-Men and a What If Spider-Man, and this one is What If Flash Thompson was Spider-Man.
Sweet.
Yeah, and as you go through it, like there's Flash Thompson without any of the responsibility that Peter Parker had, and you find out some really shocking, awful things throughout the book. And you get to see, him, kind of get to just come up and such. It's a really, really neat one-shot story.
I love the what ifs.
Yeah.
What if Nerds the Men didn't have Cameo on it?
What if Brad wasn't even born?
Oh my God, this got dark.
Wow. And you know what? I did look through this, and this isn't the suit that he has in the comic book.
His
but
suit looks great.
Way better than this. And I don't know why Peter Parker didn't go with that one.
It'd be way easier to draw, too.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway. So this last one is retroactively thrown on the DC Black Label, which means it's, for the grown-ups. The Batman Damned that we talked about last week was the first actual release of the DC Black Label, but this one is retroactively going into it. It's Batman the White Knight.
Oh, the White Knight. I like it.
So Joker's been cured.
Okay.
And to atone for that, he's starting to go around doing good stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So
is that as weird as it sounds?
Yeah. So you kind of see him be Batman.
You picked this one out especially for me, didn't you?
I may or may not have, because I don't know. Have you seen? Oh, I shouldn't show you that. Oh, have you seen the? Oh, I shouldn't
tease.
I
He's teasing me.
Oh, I can show you that. It's the very first page.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Look at that.
I love it. I love it. When did this one come out?
The collection drops Wednesday, but the series came out earlier this year.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, it was just a 6-part story that just recently wrapped up.
Awesome! I can't wait to get my hands on that one.
Yeah,
because like you said, there's the Noel, right?
Yeah, and the
Joker.
For the Batman Damned, it goes Batman Noel. Then that leads into Joker, the plain hardcover Joker, and then that leads directly into Batman Damned.
So no Joker Wang on this one.
I mean, if you're talented and have a Sharpie, sky's the limit.
It's like the draw it in yourself.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that goes for most comics.
Right.
Yeah.
I should have said, so there's no Dick Grayson?
Oh, my God. I wish you would grow
Dick
up.
Grayson.
I wish you'd grow up.
Cameo, your mind has to be in the gutter to think that that's anything other than Robin or Nightwing.
I'm just telling you to grow up. So that
I'm grown. I'm grown man.
You are? You are?
I just want to make sure it's on the DC Black Label,
You just want to make sure that you see Dick Grayson on Joker? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's like you're just pecking at him, just constantly pecking at him. It's like a guy who pecks. What would you call it? A guy who pecks?
What would you call a guy who pecks? Cameo?
Like you would be the Peck E, and he would be the
Pekra.
Oh. Oh, man. Maturity. It's our strong suit.
There we go.
Yeah. That's why we're called Nerds to Men.
Yeah, I think we might need to change that.
All right. So, yeah, definitely Batman White Knight. Come get it. Come get it at New World Comics. Located just south of 63rd Street on Meridian here in Oklahoma City. Comic books, not video games, but
action figures. We have some board games, but yeah.
Yeah. And all kinds of Spider-Man that you can find.
Yeah, we have hidden Spider-Man throughout the...
Are the customers encouraged to look for the Spider-Man?
Yeah, everyone is.
What about Carmen Sandiego? Are we still...
Yeah, she moves on a weekly basis.
Yeah. If you can find her, you can buy her.
Yeah.
Oh, found her.
Time to move.
All right. So, yeah, check out New World Comics. Check out their podcast, New World Comics Podcast. Buck, Stephanie Cerny, and usually friend of the store, sometimes employees of the store. They talk about their favorite comic books, how Superhero School got started. In a lot of cases, a lot of these guys helped contribute to, everything. And it's always interesting to find out the stories behind the story. It's like behind the story for comics.
Yeah.
Or behind the music.
Yeah, for the story, yeah.
Yeah, so I love it. I always learn something new every time I get to watch those. So check those out. And then, of course, Nerds to Men, we're everywhere.
Yes.
Yep.
Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube.
Everyone's mom's house.
Yes.
Yeah, if your mom loves podcasts. If not,
then she probably just loves me. So
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yep, that's what my mom says. She says she loves Cameo.
Yeah, I bet. The band. Hey, aren't they coming soon?
Yeah, I'll be performing next weekend.
Yeah, you will be. Aren't you going to meet them, though?
I'm going to be there.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to be performing.
Oh, my God. So
my number one hit, Nerd Up.
What happens when... Oh, I got to mention this. Did we talk about this last week? There's a kind of an independent news entity in Oklahoma called Non-Doc. And they've got like a website. They've got Facebook. And they put together... like a pretty comprehensive list. It wasn't everybody, but they put together a list of podcasts around Oklahoma, right? And they mentioned Nerds to Men. They put us in there, and I was so thankful for that. That was awesome. So they were kind of talking about who we were and our byline and all that, and they were like, and a man simply known as Cameo. And
That's right.
They were kind of... I got the feeling they were flummoxed as to what a cameo really was.
Yeah.
But he's in every episode. How's it a cameo?
Yeah. But you have no last name.
Nope.
No middle name.
Nope.
Just Cameo.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Like Prince.
Like Cher.
Yeah. More like Cher.
Madonna.
You're right. More like Madonna.
Or
right. Sting.
Yeah. Or... I don't know.
Welcome to the episode where we just list one name singers. All right, so that was that was cool of Non-Doc. Go check them out and all the podcasts. They mentioned Okie Geek and a few others, so they were pretty cool. But like all kinds of different podcasts. So it wasn't just the Nerdcast here in Oklahoma. But I think Nerds to Men, the number one podcast in Oklahoma.
I think so.
According to Podcasts Weekly and Podcast Monthly.
And podcasts yearly.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Number one. All right. That's it for Nerds to Men.
Finishing strong.
Yes. Thank you, Buck, for hanging out and being our third nerd every week. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
The comic book suggestions every week. People love it. So
yeah.
We love that. Just a few notes. We'll let you know when Nerd Night will be at Paint and Cheers, but also... Friday, I probably should pull up the actual date here, but it's the second Friday here.
The 12th.
The 12th. We will be in the Plaza District outside of Paint and Cheers. They're going to have like a sidewalk Comic-Con going on out there. So we're going to be out there. We're going to be recording the podcast live out there. So we'd love for you to stop by and say, hey, show us your costumes and just, give us your comic book recommendations, all of that. So we'll see you then. That's pretty much that. That'll be our next podcast. So.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right. Everyone have a great week. Cameo.
Always keep it nerdy.